Yo, what's good? What's good? What's good? What's good, chat? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? Talk to me. What's popping, man? What's popping, everybody? Shout out to everybody in my YouTube chat. Shout out to everybody in my Twitch chat, man. What's the word, Meech? What's the word? What's the word? Blankface, what's good? Player golf was good, man. How y'all feeling, man? 2026, man. It's the year. I'm feeling real good. I'm feeling real abundant this year, chat. You know what I'm saying? I'm dropping I'm dropping one 2025 recap video. It's gonna be a long 3 hour video chat. And then I'm dropping my first Brazil vlog. So just stay tuned for that. You know what I'm saying? Anthony, what up? What's good, Anthony? How y'all what's good? Talk to me. I'm in the mood to stream today, chat, but I don't even know. Like, I'm in the mood to stream today. I really want to stream every day, but I just don't like I need you guys' advice because I'm just trying to figure out how I could efficiently stream daily and get my hours in, but at the same time, keep it somewhat entertaining. You know what I mean? And I want to go to YouTube route. I like Twitch, but I want to go to YouTube route because I feel like if YouTube, I get a lot more views on YouTube with streaming. But the only thing is YouTube is very strict with copyrights. YouTube is very strict with copyrights and shit. So that's my only thing with YouTube. You said I needed a break from all the baddies. Nah, not really. I mean, we could definitely get active today. I'm willing to get active today, chat, but it just has to make sense. I don't want to just be walking around on stream and there's no real action. Today is the college football national championship out here in Miami, which is crazy because I didn't even know until like just recently because I haven't been following the season that much that Miami is actually in the national championship out here in Miami, which is even crazier. So today is going to be a great day to just be out and about because it's the national championship and it's a beautiful day in Miami. So maybe I should get out and stream you know, go do like a little watch party somewhere, right, chat? Stream it up. Maybe I should do that today. Or I'll vlog it. Maybe I'll vlog it. I'm multi-streaming. Yes, I'm multi-streaming. I'm on Twitch and on YouTube right now. Yo, Mish, I appreciate you, man. I hope I inspire everybody in here to be a better person, but not only just be a better person, be the best version of yourself. You feel what I'm saying? Like fuck everybody else. To be honest with you, like your mindset should be you want to be the best version of you in this lifetime. You feel me? Nobody else is gonna want it more than you. You dig? Is Miami my favorite city? I would say I love Miami because of the weather. There's so many factors that go into Miami, especially when I moved to Miami. So Miami, especially if you're a content creator, you're a streamer, um, or just even if you're a businessman and you're just trying to like rub shoulders with the elite, the top, not the top of the top, the elites as far as just people in your industry. I feel like Miami's the place to come, man. It's it's a city where you could network. It's a city where you could throw your life away. That's the beauty of it. You could network, become successful, but it's a city where you could basically throw your life away too. So it's just a matter of what you want. You know what I mean? Forquan was good. Forquan was good. Chris Hutchins, what's a good exercise to get rid of your gut? I'm gonna tell you, it's not even an exercise. Stop eating, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's my advice to you. Stop eating and stop drinking alcohol. And I'm not saying stop eating like starve yourself, but I mean like if you want to lose that midsection, like skip, try to skip breakfast, and while you're skipping breakfast, right? Because if you're a breakfast person, you wake up 8 in the morning and you go straight to like having bagels and fucking cereal, all that sugary shit, and you go straight to fucking like a spike in your insulin levels. You're gonna be starving all day, and that's why people get fat. People get fat because you take in too many calories. Because you guys wake up in the fucking morning and you guys spark your insulin immediately. You guys wake up, have fruit, even having fruit in the morning. Like y'all get up, have a banana in the morning, y'all spiking your insulin. And what happens is when you spike your insulin in the morning, you get your hunger cravings and your hunger hormone is goes out of this world and you're fucking starving. And a lot of you guys don't work out enough to even do that. You guys aren't athletes. Majority of you guys aren't athletes. So my advice to you guys, for the people that want to lose their midsection in 2026, when you wake up, right? If you're not a coffee drinker, because a lot of guys don't drink coffee, but if you are, this is a hack for you guys. For all my coffee drinkers, I would say, if you want to lose your midsection this year, you get up, right? You're gonna be hungry when you get up because you're used to eating breakfast. Have a double shot of espresso as soon as you get up, right? Upon getting up, go have a double shot of espresso, which gonna it's gonna suppress your appetite. When it suppresses your appetite, use that time where you're not hungry to work out. Go lift heavy, go do an hour of cardio, whether it be walking, whatever. Just go do something active while you have the energy from the caffeine and that while your appetite is suppressed. Once your appetite is suppressed, try to start eating around breaking your fast around 1, 2 o'clock after 12. Start like that. That alone, working out fasted, doing cardio fasted, and then breaking your fast is going to change you guys' life. It's going to change your life. And try not to eat late nights. You get what I'm saying? Like, try not to eat late nights. And if you do eat late night, don't break your fast early. Break your fast later in the afternoon. So say, for instance, you're up late and you eat at 11 p.m. or midnight, super late. Try not to eat until like 4 or 5 the next day. But make sure you wake up, have your espresso, suppress your appetite, but make sure you work out fasted. A lot of you guys, y'all eat breakfast first, spike your insulin levels, and then y'all go to the gym. That's the problem. But if you work out fasted, your body is burning your own body fat for energy, and it takes that body fat up off you. But a lot of you guys eat breakfast first, spike your insulin levels, and your body goes into fat storage mode while you're working out. You still could lose weight, but why would you do that if you have extra fat on you? The extra fat on you is extra energy your body could use. So just, you know, fasting is the key to losing that midsection, man. Fasting, you don't even have to fast a long time. All you need to start with is skipping breakfast. Skip breakfast, have your espresso, go to the gym, and then break your fast, somewhere in the afternoon, like anywhere between 1 to 3 p.m. If you make that a habit, you're going to start leaning up. The Ultima is a hack too. Electrolytes. People don't realize like how 0-calorie electrolytes help as well. So sometimes you guys aren't even hungry. You just dehydrated. So yeah, I use Ultima. Ultima, Utima. Everybody in here, go look it up. It tastes like fucking juice. It's a 0-calorie electrolyte that you could use when you wake up. Have you some electrolytes. After you work out, have some electrolytes, because sometimes you're not even hungry. It's just, you're dehydrated. No, I'm not saying eat at 1 p.m., then wait 24 hours, then eat at 1 p.m. again. No, you eat at 1 p.m., right? And then you have a window. Put yourself on a window, like maybe a 6 hour. If you're a beginner, an 8 hour window. So you will eat from 1 to 9 if you're a beginner. You'll have that window to eat. After 9 p.m., you can't eat anymore. So the only thing you can have after 9 p.m. is black coffee, green tea without sugar, and water. Then once you wake up, you're gonna be hungry because you're gonna be craving breakfast. Fuck the breakfast. Have you some black coffee or have you a double shot of espresso if you have caffeine. That's gonna suppress your appetite, and then you go to the gym with the energy that you have with the coffee. Get active while you're fasting. That's what I'm saying. This is gonna change your life, bro. I promise you guys, it's gonna change your life. If you're a little bit more advanced, you cut your window to 6 hours, so you'll eat from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. You said, Andy, what if you miss your eating window? Honestly, I don't understand how you would miss your eating window in, like, if you have 6 hours or 8 hours to eat. Even if you, like, you're busy for most of that window, you could at least like map out a big ass meal, one big ass meal. You know what I mean? Within that window, even if you're busy, right? You should have enough time to map out one huge meal for yourself, like that you can eat within that window. Yes, I would recommend staying away from white carbs, white bread. I would recommend white rice. Stay away from white rice. I would say the only carb that I really fuck with is sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes has enough fat and it's such a healthy carb. I like that's the only carb that I usually mess with. I don't really like any other carbs because at the end of the day, carbs just spike your cravings. Let's be real, chat. People don't really tell you guys that is like the reason why y'all be starving and hungry is because what we eat in the American diet spikes your insulin and it makes you crave so much and you want to snack so much. So that the when you avoid sugar, you avoid cravings. And what carbs do and starch is sugar. So you're gonna be craving. You get what I'm saying? So that's why when people say they go keto, their appetite, they lose their appetite because they're eating more fats and protein. And you realize like, damn, like, when your body goes into fat burning mode, you're not as hungry and as if you was to be carving up a lot. You know what I mean? Yo, for Quan, I would say stay away from all the keto breads and the zero carb tortillas because the chemicals they put in that is not even worth it. To be honest with you, it doesn't like I know they put keto on it or say zero carb, but it's so processed, it's not even worth it. You know what I'm saying? Wally 2K, that's what's up, bro. Appreciate you for the support. Appreciate that. Yo, Milton, hey, that's a good method though, Milton. The 24 method, I've done it a few times. Yeah, but like it takes extreme discipline to be able to only eat for a 4 hour window. But if you could do that, the fat will melt off you, basically. The fat will melt off you. You know what I mean? There's so many methods of fasting that could be really productive and beneficial to you, especially beneficial to your health. Because it's not about just losing fat. It's just about being all around healthier. Giving your digestive system a break and being able to receive the benefits of fasting, which is autophagy, and autophagy is the renewing of old cells and the cleansing of your cells. And a lot of times we eat so often that we don't give our body a chance to, you know what I mean? We don't give our bodies a chance to uh, cleanse its cells. As to why people get cancer. You know what I mean? So sometimes you have to give your body a break, your digestive system a break, and give your body some time to repair itself. And when you fast, that's what your body does. It helps everything. It helps access waterway because it's really not your face is not really fat. You just have so much access waterway because one, you're not active every day. You're eating a lot of carbs, and when you especially people that eat bread, what happens when we're 80% made out of water, and when you have bread, right, which is yeast, when water hits the yeast, it makes the water rises, right? So when you have a lot of bread, it bloats you. You feel me? So you're not even fat in your face. It's just because you have so much carbs that you just swell up. Especially the people that love bread. If you love bread, yeast rises when you put water into it. So just understand it. Remember that yeast rises when you add water to it. So when you're having bread, you're puffing up your face, you're puffing up your body. Your body, what I mean, is just swollen. You get what I'm saying? W sub, who did that? Who subbed up just now? Shout out to Nestic with the one sub, with the one sub. I appreciate you, Nestic, on Twitch. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate you. DC Steezy, you said, could we get a Brandon Jennings collab stream? That'd be dope because then we could talk about the Oak Hill days and shit. I think that'd be fire, man. Shout out to my boy Brandon Jennings, man. We went to Oak Hill together, played basketball. I think that'd be a dope ass little stream. You know what I mean? We just chop it up about basketball, like how you know that era was and shit. That's a good idea, DC Steezy. That's dope. I never even thought about that. You know, like this year I want to collab more, chat. I want to do more streaming collabs. I feel like the last 2 3 years I've been just like doing my own thing, which is good because that's how I wanted to come into the space. But I feel like I'm at a point now you can't really get to the top unless you're collabing and you know collabing and sharing your platform. Like, this year I want to share my platform with the right people that deserve it and the people that like match my brand. And I want to collab more. So, if you guys have any tips on collaborations or, connections, let's make it happen. I think that'll be dope. Mr. Boyd, Salute King, what's your thoughts on 36-hour fast? Honestly, my opinion, I love 36-hour fast. They're hard. But the times that I've tried 36-hour fast, uh I learned so much about my body and my cravings and everything. I feel like everybody should build up to a 36-hour fast. I really want to get to a point where I could alternate day fast, chat. Like, so 36 hours, I'm gonna tell you what happens when you fast for 36 hours on just water, coffee, and green tea. 36 hours basically resets all of your it resets like what is it? All your like your cravings. So for instance, once you fast, right, past the 24-hour mark, you're in like you're starting to get to ketosis where your body basically has no glucose in it and your body starts eating your fat. And that's how you start losing your waistline. But then once you get to 36 hours, you get into like a deeper autophagy and shit like that. And what happens is like your body's like really dependent on fat. So now, after a 36-hour fast, you're gonna realize that you don't have no cravings for bullshit no more. So you know how like right now, some of you guys have sugar cravings, right? Where you're like, damn, I need to have a cookie, I need to have ice cream, I need to have I have a craving every day for a certain food. Once you fast 36 hours on just water, you reset all your like what is it called? It's a word for it, Chad. It's not. It's at the tip of my tongue. You reset. Who has that? It's a word for it, chat. I can't get it off right now. So basically, when you fast 36 hours, you reset that hormone, right? You reset the hormone, and you don't have cravings no more. You don't have cravings for sugar no more. You don't have cravings for like starches. So now that's the best time for you to start eating healthy, implementing healthier foods now, because now your appetite for bullshit is gone because you basically you regulated your hormones and insulin levels to where now you don't have any cravings. Now that's not the word. That's not the word. There's a word for it, but it'll come to me. It'll come to me. It'll come to me. Uh, Br- Brandon, you said King. Any tips on how to improve networking skills? I would say, the key to networking skills is just like, to be honest with you, I'm really an introvert, chat. I just decided to, I feel like now I'm a hybrid. I'm in the middle, so I could be extroverted when I need to, but for the most part, I like to be to myself, and I like to be out the way. I'm not somebody that, when I enter a room, I'm trying to greet and be friends with everybody. That's just not my style naturally. But I'm confident enough to step out of that part of me and like for the right scenarios and situations, I'm confident to step out of my comfort zone to network. You get what I'm saying? And I think that stems from putting yourself in environments where you need to talk. You get what I'm saying? It's not going to be easy at first, but like I said, you have to get out your comfort zone to be a newer version of yourself, right? So the key is getting out of your comfort zone, and I'd say um, you put yourself in environments where you have to be social. You get what I'm saying? Or you're gonna be awkward. Like that's my best advice to you guys that wanna like network more. Just go to places where you have no choice but to network. You know what I mean? It comes from getting out your comfort zone. Jay Bells, what's my opinion? What you mean? Like elaborate on splitting the bill, bro? You get what I'm saying? Elaborate on that. Elaborate, like give me a scenario. No name. If you're a skinny individual, maybe about 140 pounds, is it a good idea to fast for 36 hours? Uh, it's only a good idea if you're that size, if you're fasting for spiritual reasons and you're fasting for health reasons, bro. I wouldn't advise you to just do it just cause, but if you're not obese or overly overweight, I wouldn't advise you to do it unless you're doing it, for your own purposes. Because there's benefits besides burning fat, or like dropping weight. It's, you know, just giving your whole body a reboot, your immune system, everything. Any game on demeanor. Um, yeah, I like posture matters. A calm demeanor, because when you're calm, it shows people that you're confident, right? When you're calm, it projects confidence to people. And I would say listen more than you speak in certain environments, because a lot of times, people that like talk too much and don't listen, it shows to me insecurity in a way, because it's like a lot of times people find awkward silence awkward because they're scared of the silence. They feel like, yo, I need somebody to be attentive to me or like me enough to keep speaking to me. But in reality, true confidence could be calm. It could be quiet too at the same time. But speaking at the right moments. I believe the demeanor with men should be always calm. Everything should be slow as far as responding. Give your time, give yourself time to reflect on questions and just stand your ground and don't be scared to be indifferent about your opinions too. And a lot of times we do that because we're trying to like when we're in a room, we're trying to like make friends and we're trying to prove things to people because maybe you respect the people that you're around, or you want to just earn their respect. But being you is the best way to go about things, but being you in the most calmest way possible and respecting everybody else's opinion. You get what I'm saying? I think calm is the key to demeanor. uh CP Hard, you said that I always have confidence, or did you develop it through time? I'm gonna tell y'all this, chat. I wasn't always popular. Like growing up, I was not the popular kid. Like I would say elementary school, not popular. I probably was the poorest kid in elementary school. Like when I say I grew up on welfare, like I grew up very humble. So in elementary school, my mom couldn't afford nothing. Like so, just think about it. I'm in New York City, and like New York City is just so materialistic as far as like clothing. Like third grade to fifth grade, I would say I was that like me and my siblings and I, we were the poorest kids in school. We didn't have anything. We shopped at the Salvation Army. Um, I had no good sneakers. Like My clothes barely fit. Like it was all hand me down. You know, like pantry. We used to go eat at the pantry. Like dirt poor, dirt poor. So elementary school was hell for me. Got teased all the time. You know what I mean? Not popular at all. Like just didn't have any friends. I'd say middle school, same thing, kind of still going through it. Like grew up real humble or whatever. And then high school, I started hooping a little bit. Still was introverted in. I was still developing. I was starting to attract women, and then like I feel like, but I was elementary school and middle school was so bad for me that I was like in high school I was like real low key. You know what I mean? I was playing basketball, but still like I wasn't used to like the development. I was maturing. The girls were liking me, but I just like because I wasn't social enough. I didn't have a lot of friends in elementary school, in middle school because of just how poor I was. High school was kind of like a quiet era for me. I was just focused on ball. So even when girls was giving me hints about like, yo, I like you, this, that, the third, I kind of was like letting it, go over my head and I was just focused on ball. You know what I mean? And shit like that. But I still was like, crushing on girls or whatever, chopping it up with them. But I wasn't really, extroverted or talking to girls proactively. I was focused on ball. Then I feel like junior year, I had a girlfriend. I had a girlfriend in junior year, and then I went to college. You know what I mean? And I feel like once I went to college, I started opening up more, and I was playing ball at West Virginia University, and I think college changed me. High school was cool too, but I was really focused on ball. So when you're an athlete, you focus on basketball so much. Yes, you get the girls, but like your coach is telling you like, look, you want to go D1, and I knew coming from where I come from, my mom wasn't gonna pay for college, so I had to make it in basketball. So I always had that in the back of my mind, like, yo, I have to get college paid for me to go to college because so I had to really lock in on ball. So I wasn't really even focused on girls like that in high school because I was focused on getting a D1 scholarship full ride. But when I got to college, I opened up more and I was able to explore, date, you know what I mean, experiment, experience things. So and yeah, I played for Long Beach also. I played for Long Beach also. You said when did I start pulling hoes? He said pulling. I would say I started really attracting girls in high school. I would say in high school is when like girls were really interested. Like college too, college also. I feel like college as well. I would say high school and college is when women started admitting that they were attracted to me or whatever. That's what I would say. You know what I mean? Tell I'm gonna just tell y'all this. As you said, tell you about the West Virginia college. My freshman year of college was a great experience. Like it was like out of a movie. Chat. We was number we was number 8 in the country going into the season. Our team was number 8 in the country going into the season. So we already was predicted to have a great season. Um, I had some really good players on my team. That was projected to be draft picks that year. So I had really good teammates, and I was at like one of those campuses where it was the ideal college university. You got the frats, sororities, um, tailgates because West Virginia University football was out of this world back then, and they were like the better, like they were known for football at the time. So the year that I came to West B, like it was the first year that West B had notoriety as far as the basketball team. But There's so many West Virginia University stories I could tell you. You know, yes, this just it was out of this world. Freshman year was insane. You know what I mean? It was a crazy year, crazy. Were Brazil girls better than USA girls? As far as what, bro? Like the looks department or just the way they act? Yo, bro, wildin'. If you was on any, if you was at a university like that, if you was at a university and you play sports, chat, if your team was good, you know what's so crazy, right? Is the groupie shit happens in college too, which is super funny. And I remember like, I don't know if they still have these rivalries, but at any big university, just understand the college basketball team always has a small rivalry with the college football team. There's always a little beef. And I remember like when we was playing basketball, when I was at West Virginia University, there was always a rivalry between the basketball team and the football team. And guess what? It was always over. It's always over women. Always over women. You know what I'm saying? And so the football players had all the women during the football season, and the basketball players had all the vibes during the basketball season. That's just how shit worked. You know what I mean? The girls were just grouping over the football team during football season, grouping over the basketball team over during basketball season. That's just how that shit worked. And the basketball team, some players would be beefing with the college football team players. That's just how that shit worked. But the football dudes used to always envy the basketball dudes because when you play football, you have a helmet on. So unless you're like the star quarterback or the star running back or wide receiver, like a lot of the college football players wasn't really getting noticed. So they knew like during basketball season, all the basketball players you don't have a helmet on. So if y'all winning, it's lit. You know what I mean? Everybody knows who's who when you're on the basketball team. That was a thing also. You said I was telling teammates, chill, she's not yours, it's just your turn for real. I'm gonna tell y'all this, I never, got into the drama in college when it came to sports, chat. I never, you know, participated in any of that type of drama. There was just too many women on campus. And I never was a person that like this. You know how like there's certain teammates or certain guys like you might have guys in your friend group that say for instance there's girls that are your friend group that you just messing with just cause it's not your girl, but you just messing with it. But you always have a homie or a teammate that might want to, you know, mess with her after you type shit, right? But my thing was, I never was the type of dude that ever wanted to mess with somebody after somebody. That just never was my thing. But that was a common thing. You know what I mean? Where dudes was just like, yo, I'm trying to fuck with her after you type shit. That just never was my style when I was in college and shit. What do you want to know about meditation, bro? Yo, bro, I have so many college stories. Bro, I have so many college stories. I got, it's crazy. I have so many college stories, man. Especially like just with, I can't really tell all of them because I respect some of my boys that's in the NFL and like just like my homies that really, they're still playing. So I can't really tell too many of the stories, but man, college was definitely lit. College was lit. You said give you a ratchet story. What you mean? Like a ratchet story? I don't know. Like elaborate on that. Has woman ever became a distraction for you? No. To be honest with you, no. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I've been in one relationship in my life. You feel me? One like my high school girlfriend was one and only girlfriend because I kind of like I'm the type of person that I learn quick from other people's mistakes. I learned from other people's mistakes. And at the time, I was just focused on sports in a way. So, like, I remember I had my high school girlfriend, right? In freshman year of college, it's my first time leaving New York City, going to a big university. The first week of school, I was still with my girlfriend. At the end of the week, I had to call my girl. You feel me? I had to call her because at the end of the day, I respected her, and I could have like a lot of my teammates. You know how like guys go to college to play sports and they keep their at home girlfriend. So when they go off, they do their thing in college, but they still make sure when they go home they have their girlfriend. I just didn't want to do that to her like that. So after my freshman year, like after that first week of freshman year, I called her and I had to break up with her because I just didn't want to do that to her. Like I knew that it was temptation, and I knew like I'm a freshman. We the number 8 team in the country. I want to enjoy college. I want to explore college. I'm not ready for a full blown relationship. You know what I'm saying? While I'm in college, so I called and I broke up with her that first week of school. You know what I mean? But she respected it. At the end of the day, she respected that because I kept it a buck with her. You know what I mean? She respected the honesty. So Ozzy P, this brand is what is this brand? This brand is I received this in a PO box. The brand is called 19 Diamonds, chat. So if you like the hat, bro, it's called 19 Diamonds. So go look that up. They gave me this hat for free in the PO box. I loved it, so I wear it. So I wore it. How do I grow my watch time with YouTube, bro? I honestly, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't know. I only know what worked for me. And vlogging worked for me, and I'm still growing on YouTube. I'm still attempting to break through. So I can't really give you advice. I can't give you advice that worked for me because, to be honest with you, a little bit of it was luck. Because when I started YouTube, I didn't expect to grow fast. I really started YouTube just to see if I could even grow 20,000 subs in one year. I would have been happy with that, to be honest with you, Chad. Like if I would have grew 20,000 subs my first year on YouTube, I would have been happy. So um I can't really give you advice on watch time or anything because I don't know your niche and I don't know who you are to even like comment on that. But I'd say jump into it and don't expect overnight success on a platform like YouTube. You know what I mean? Because YouTube is about it's a trendy platform, meaning like you have to get on the trends a little bit and you have to find your niche. And once you find that and it works for you, just keep hammering that shit until like it burns out. That's what I'd say. But um what works for me is not gonna work for you. Dunfield, spring break. I'm a grown ass man, bro. Spring break is crazy. I mean, I do have. I might fuck around and get some content now because I am a content creator. So any opportunity to get some content and to continue to build the business and the brand, we gonna get right. But spring break is something that doesn't tickle my fancy, bro. Like I'm not somebody that's like, oh, spring break, I need to go outside. But you know, any opportunity to bring the cameras out and to get some high quality content so I could get to that bag will be explored. Adam, respectfully, bro, please don't ask me that question. Body count, a man asking another man a body count question is insane to me, bro. Maybe like I don't know, I don't remember when that started getting popular. Like is that like popular in the male community this generation? Is it popular right now for other grown ass men to ask other men how many people they had sex with? Like I'm just trying to figure that out. Like I see it and I hear it more often. So maybe it's like some new shit that I'm not getting it. And the way I came up, I feel like that was kind of suspect in a way. Respectfully, no disrespect to Adam though, but I'm just saying maybe the new generation doesn't look at it like that. But I just feel like asking another man about their bodies is as a man is kind of odd, but maybe I'm in a different time, chat. Am I wrong? Is that not weird? I'm just saying, like, Ozzy P, you say you're a graphic designer. Talk to me, bro. Let's cook up some designs for my King Energy brand. I'm trying to take the brand to the next level this year. I want to come out with like a sick capsule. Maybe do some track suits or whatever. So hit me up. Let's talk about it. Let's see what you could do. Let's see what you could do because I've been looking for somebody to take my clothing brand to the next level. Okay, Ozzy P. I'm gonna go check my DM. You DM me on Instagram. Maurice, I'm still selling clothes. I still have clothes up on the website, but this year we revamping. We doing a hard launch. So I'm coming out with some new shit. Advice for life after hooping 1 year removed from college hoops. I'm 6'7" as well. Thinking about content, you a big inspiration for real. Hey, bro, you just have to know what direction you want to go. You feel what I'm saying? I'd say figure out what you like, what you're passionate about when you step away from basketball. What other things that you're passionate about that you would do for no money, uh, and start from there. See if you could turn that into content. I'd say that's my advice to you, bro. Take your time. Don't rush it. Live life a little bit after basketball, and eventually things that you naturally like are that you're interested in will just come to you, and then explore those avenues and see if you could turn those things into content. That's my advice to you. What's good? Okay, you looking happy. Why you not happy? Huh? All right. If you was right here, you'll be happier. If you was right here, you'd be happier. Yeah, you cheesing this shit. How was your workout? Oh, okay. You about to get a lift in? Okay, okay. Okay. All right, cool, cool. Well, I'm streaming right now, so just hit me up after. All right. All right. Yeah, I said shorty. Yeah, I said shorty soda straight. I don't know. You never know. Skio. W's in the chat for Skio with the ones gifted, man. Skio with the one gifted, man. Social anxiety advice, man. Just I'd say my social anxiety advice to you guys is whenever you feel it, just do it anyway, and you'll realize it won't kill you. You know what I mean? Because and you'll realize it's not that bad. It's just a matter of you doing it one time. You have to face it one time. You get what I'm saying? When you have social anxiety and you give in every time and you don't go for that social interaction, you failed yourself. So try it one time and you'll realize, like, damn, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. I thought it was gonna be 10 times worse. And then you'll realize that you won't have as much social anxiety. And the next time you do it and then you realize it wasn't that bad, it's gonna get better each time. Chat. Shit is all mental. None of this shit gonna kill you, chat. None of this shit is gonna kill you. I promise you. You're not gonna die. You're not gonna die by being social. You're not. And even if you do fuck up, even if you do stutter, is fumble on your words, so fucking what? Who gives a fuck? Everybody, yo, y'all, you have to realize, guys, nobody gives a fuck about you in your life. I promise you. You're not a celebrity. I'm just being honest with y'all. Everybody in here, even me, 9 out of 10 times people do not give a fuck about what you got going on. I promise you. Niggas got their own problems. Niggas got their own bills. Niggas got their own stress and shit that they dealing with mentally. They over there stressing out just like you. You guys are stressing out together. You over there social anxiety when the person that you over there has the one that you're worried about has social anxiety too. Like, understand that nobody gives a fuck. You're not that important. And until you realize that, then you'll wake up and be like, damn, he right. I'm not that important. So why am I just like making myself, that stressed out? You feel me? Nobody's that important, yo. Live your life. Everybody else got their own problems. You feel what I'm saying? Like, your problems is no bigger than the next person's problems. I promise you. Nobody's judging you. Everybody's caught up in their own shit. We in inflation right now. The world is going crazy. We got mad shit that we got to worry about. Like, nobody worried about you, bro. I promise you. Unless you a nigga that's in the hood that got ops and niggas is looking to hunt you down. If you a regular civilian, day-to-day civilian that do regular shit, nobody's really that worried about you, bro. I promise you. King 68, why don't you do a stream hanging out with the ladies, men of the NBA to see where you rank? That would generate millions of views. To be honest with you, bro, personally, I have NBA friends. I don't care about ranking. I'm gonna let y'all know this right now. Um, when it comes to females, I got this personally with me. I know this shit like the back of my hand. I got this shit locked down. I'm extremely confident when it comes to women. Extremely. You get what I'm saying? I understand this shit. I get it. Um, so I don't feel the need to ever rank myself, bro, like about nothing, especially when it comes to women. Like I'm here. My goal here in life is to be the best version of me. I'm not here to compete with niggas. But like I said, like I have homies, bro. Like I have homies that's in the league, like that's getting women, yeah, doing their thing. But one thing I could tell you this. I can tell you this. I done stood in rooms with the biggest celebrities, the biggest athletes out here in Miami. The vibe don't change, family. I'm letting y'all know that right now. I could stand in any room with $0 in my pocket, just come dressed to impress and stand my ground, head high, and I'm still gonna get the same looks. You get what I'm saying? And that's what people be trying to figure out with me is because it's like, damn, you could be around all these millionaires, multimillionaires, billion, whatever, and still draw the attention of the room. So that's what people try to figure out. You get what I'm saying? Because I know who I am. Like I know who I am beyond the material realm. You get what I'm saying? This shit is spiritual, chat. This shit is spiritual. I know who I am as a man beyond the material realm. I can stand in any room. I don't need to be I don't need to compete on a material level with nobody, but I know who I am, which makes me confident and I can stand with anybody. I've been through shit. You know, I've been through a lot of shit that niggas can't ever, would never survive. You get what I'm saying? So the man and all the trials and tribulations I've been through throughout my life built me up to be the man I am today. And I could literally say I could stand in any room and hold my own. In any room. Without saying too much on top of that. You get what I'm saying? And I pray every man in this chat gets to a point in life where they could feel like that. Where I don't feel less than because next to somebody that has more than me or that has accomplished more. You know, that's when you really a man, chat. When you confident in a room full of men that might have more than you, but you don't feel less than a man. You get what I'm saying? So when you get that type of confidence, then right, women could feel that. Women could feel that. It makes them attracted to you even more. You get what I'm saying? I purpose like yo chat. I'm gonna tell y'all this. I purposely do shit in my content on purpose, right? The average content creator is gonna throw the material in you niggas' faces, chat. The average content creator is gonna do that. Like it's so old, right? Everybody, like the cars and the whips and this, that, the third. I purposely, literally do the most uncool shit ever to show you guys that it's not about all the other shit. I literally go to the club. Purposely, I'll stand there, not even go in, and have my way out the club. No section, no money spent. You feel me? No me acting like a NBA player. Not even mentioning that I even ever played a sport. I'm just being me. Just let y'all know, like, yo, that's how I'm coming. Because it's like, why do the extra shit that I could do, but why? Because if you got it, if you have it, you have it, chat. Why do all the extra shit when you just have it? You feel me? Like I could pull up on a broad on feet. I don't even have a car, shorty, right now. I don't even have a car right now. You know, I'm going through some things, but at the end of the day, you know, I know where my heart is. You know, I know where my ambition is. You feel me? It might not look like it today, but you know, I'm striving to be the best version of myself every day. And I stand on business, whether I have a car or not. If you come in like that, the broad gonna respect it. Like, damn, like, you know, he came real. You feel me? She gonna be like, damn, like I like that about you. You said, you know, like, yeah, I'm not my circumstances right now. I don't have a car or nothing right now. But at the end of the day, mentally, I'm a multimillionaire. You feel me? Like I could see the version of myself, the most successful version of myself up here at first. It's not about what it looked like, shorty. You know what I mean? I'll pull up on a scooter and I'll take you to the beach. We don't spend no money and you're gonna have the best time of your life, shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's real game right there, chat. When you could chop it up with a broad, you might not have your shit together, but you don't allow that to take away your charisma, your joy, your confidence as a man. You get what I'm saying? Because you a man first. And a real bitch gonna really respect that. A real broad gonna really see that in you and respect that. Like, damn, he kept it so real, but he was confident. So I don't mind walking the beach with him. I don't mind doing cheap shit with him, you know, because I know at the end of the day, he's a winner. He's gonna be successful at some point. So when you know that, you powerful. When you understand that as a man, chat, you're powerful. Because I could lose everything today, chat, and I know I could get it back. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So, yeah, man. What makes you a man is everything that you are when all of the material shit is stripped from you. When you're stripped naked, are you still a man? When you have nothing, are you still a man? You feel me? Is your mindset still where your success is when you don't even have it? Could you still envision yourself being a success when you don't even see it happening in your life at that moment? Do you have faith? That's what a real man is. A real man is who you are when you have nothing, who you could attract when you have nothing. And all you guys in here that are not in the position you want to be in life, you should really you should be happy in a way because it's about the process. Understand that on your journey to success, it's a process, chat. It's a process, right? So the happiness is in the process. Understand that. It's not in reaching your goals. It's the journey. And if you're not in a position that you want to be in today, it's perfect because now you get to see who's really here for you right now. You get to really see and test out who really down for you in these moments. These moments where you don't have it all together, where you don't have your shit together, your credit not right, you feel me? Your money not right, your car not right, your crib not right. You might not even have your own crib. It's okay. But these are the moments now. Whoever's fucking with you right now, don't forget them. I'm letting you know that if you in a moment right now where you ain't got your shit together and you have some people that still fucking with you, or say for instance, in this moment, you have a vision of success and you got people that believe it with you, you blessed. Not too many people have that, especially when you ain't got your shit together. You know, it's hard to tell somebody, even your friends and your family, when you ain't got your shit together and you talk about you're a dreamer and you start talking to them about what you trying to accomplish and what you envision for yourself, they don't want to hear that shit. They're like, look, you ain't even got a job, bro. You don't even like what you have. Like, I don't even want to hear that shit. But if you have a friend right now, chat, when you have nothing, if you have a friend right now that believe in you still and believe the vision when you have nothing, you bottle that relationship up. If you have a spouse that believe in you while you ain't got shit, you're blessed. You're blessed. I promise you. I'm just speaking in reference to my success, right? Nobody want to hear the vision when they don't like your vision. Nobody's gonna see it more than you. Like nobody's gonna see your vision more than you see your vision. I promise you. The only time that people get on the bandwagon is when they start seeing traction in motion. You get what I'm saying? When I started doing the online shit, and I was first starting to talk to people about it, people was listening, but people weren't listening. They were like, all right, cool, bro. All right, whatever, I hear what you're saying, blah, blah, blah. But what happens is, all right, you start getting traction, start bubbling up, snowball effect. And then what happens is they start seeing you places. You start popping up online in different places. Like, oh shit, oh, you starting to get famous. Now it's like, oh bro, yeah, I believe I remember you told me and this at the third. Like now people want to get on board. I'm gonna tell y'all this, chat. It's a lonely journey. Get used to being alone. When you want to be a successful man, get used to being alone. Right now, I'm alone, chat. And I'm gonna tell you this, I'm alone because when I'm alone, I'm my most productive. I'm my most creative. Get used to being alone, man. Stop trying to want to have friends all day. A lot of you guys want to have friends all day, every day for what? Y'all niggas not even making money together. How you got a group of friends and all you guys aren't making money together? Nobody has a business plan. Like, what's the point? What's the point? What's the point? Unless you're in high school and these are your teammates on the basketball team, or like, you were in middle school, high school, and you have to have friends for school reasons. That makes sense because you're not, you're in school. But I'm talking about grown ass men here. I'm talking about men that graduated college. What are you doing? If you graduated college, what are you doing? You ever ask yourself, like, sometimes you need to sit down and be like, what's the value of my friendships? What is the value of my friendships? Have you ever sit down and just thought about that? Like, damn, let me reflect. What is the value of my friendships? Like, how is my friendships making me better? Like, are we in the gym every day together, like motivating each other to be in the best shape ever, be the healthiest version of ourselves? Or you guys at the club every weekend together, spending unnecessary money when you should be stacking, you know what I mean, getting your business together and getting your shit together. You want to be in the club every night chasing bitches. Like it's 2026, bro. You chasing bitches. You feel what I'm saying? Wow, while it's crazy, right? The guys that go out to the club, they going out to the club chasing women, while those same women are chasing the winners, literally chasing the winners, because a lot of the winners is running away from those girls. You get what I'm saying? Like, you guys go out to the club to chase women, while the women that y'all chasing is chasing the elite men, and the elite men is running from those type of women because the elite men already know what those type of women are about. You get what I'm saying? Domino effect. What guy are you? And what guy do you want to be? You want to be the guy that's out chasing women? Or you want to be the guy that women are knocking at your door, asking you for dates? Because you're so busy focusing on building your empire, it's attractive to those type of women. It's like, damn, he has so much motion, so much going on, you know, and he's so busy doing what he loves to do, what he's passionate about. When those elite men actually give those type of women a time of day, that they jump to it because it's like, damn, like it's very rare I could get an opportunity to just kick it with him. And on top of that, when you're a guy that's chasing and building an empire, what comes from it, the mindset that comes from it is contagious because you're just speaking positivity when you're a guy that wakes up, go to the gym, you eat healthy, you have a business plan. Every day you focus on your business plan and you strive to go, accomplish them. So what happens is you become that person that you kind of like naturally motivate everybody around you, which makes you more attractive to women. You get what I'm saying? That's why when a man strives to be the high vibrational version of themselves versus the low vibrational version of themselves, you're going to naturally attract women because just where your mindset is at. You're sharp. Your mindset is different. You get what I'm saying? When you're on point and when you're locked in on what you're trying to accomplish, you're just a whole different person, and that whole different person is attractive because when you're really locked in, it's like you don't even want to be around people that's not even at the same level or like on the same vibration because it's going to throw off your energy, right? Even females. So when you at that level, chat, where you're so locked in and focused on success and you already know where you're going and you on track, you don't even want to be around a certain female. Like I'm the type of nigga that if I get around a certain type of female, just by what she say and where her mindset is at, if it's not on the same level, I'm already unattracted to her, chat. If the broad is coming over gossiping, if the broad is coming over gossiping and all her life is about like all her problems in her life, I'll never meet her again, chat. I don't like being around women that they always have a problem in life or they're always gossiping about the next bitch and the next nigga. Once I even hear that, I'm out. You get what I'm saying? I already wrote you off. You're not somebody I want to be around. I like being around women that are feminine, elegant, they're ambitious, they want success out of life. They they talk. You don't ever hear gossip. They're speaking life into you. You get what I'm saying? That's what a true woman is. A true woman speaks life. When you get around her, you're like, damn, it's a breath of fresh air. If you ever been like, when you have a feeling, chat, when it comes to women, right? It has to feel like this, especially in America. If you ever get blessed to be around a certain type of woman that makes you feel like it's a breath of fresh air being around you, bottle that up. Bottle that up. That's rare. That's rare, chat. That's rare. But I don't like being around people that have a problem all the time, or always talking about financial issues, or always talking about relationship situations, or always talking about somebody else's business. Like, I don't want to hear that shit. I'm locked in on my goal. I'm trying to run these M's up. I don't got time to hear that shit. I'm gonna keep it a buck. You like, no, I'm not Dr. Phil. You feel me? I'm not Dr. Phil. I don't want to hear it. And make that a habit, chat. Make that a habit to cut off people like that. I don't give a fuck if you love them to death. That's poison. These people are pouring poison into your eardrums, and you don't even realize it. And you don't even realize how contagious it is. No man should be gossiping. Gossip is a female trait, but it's a poisonous trait. You get what I'm saying, chat? Like, niggas don't talk about this that much. Niggas gossip too much. And a lot of you guys, y'all not with the gossip, but because that's your homie or that's a girl you like, y'all let it happen because y'all don't want to shake some shit up. But in reality, you helping both of them. You helping yourself and you helping them out by even shutting it down. Like, look, I don't even want to hear that shit. Y'all need to start having the balls to be like, I don't even want to hear that shit. Don't even come to me with that shit. Like I'm at a point now, chat. Like, if somebody come to me like, yo, you know what, you heard what they said about you online? It's like, nigga, I don't even want to hear that shit, bro. And I probably won't even pick up the phone for you again. You heard that shit they said about you online? A word? Hang up the phone. Like, I don't want people like that in my circle. Did you hear what they said about you type people? You get what I'm saying? Get the fuck away from me. Get the fuck away from me. I'll sit in this crib dolo with nobody but myself before I allow people to come in my life spreading poison in my ears. You get what I'm saying? I don't want to hear that shit. Gossip is normalized, but it's poison and people don't talk about it that much. Yes, it's entertainment. You see it all over the fucking internet, but it's poison. You get what I'm saying? It's a man's it's like the downfall because what it does to your relationships. Gossip is just not good. You get what I'm saying? It's just not good, especially if you're a man building an empire. That's how you get beefs into beefs and you get ops and you get to in that position where you're playing both sides because you gossiping. You don't shut it down. Yeah, have your opinions, but shut down all the gossip. You get what I'm saying, chat? All men should understand that when a motherfucker in your ear gossiping, whether that's your friend or your family, shut that shit down immediately. You get what I'm saying? Be like, look, let's change the topic. I ain't gonna hear that shit, bro. I'm gonna give it a buck, my nigga. Let's talk about getting this money though. Let's talk about running up this bread. Or let's talk about this content I did. Or let's talk about, going to the gym. You feel me? What's the goals this year? What we doing? What we doing? Let's do that. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's real growth. And I promise you, your life will never be the same if you end up being that person. If you could be that person, your life will never be the same again in the best way possible. Okay, bro, but like that's different. Okay, like I said, okay, this is what I mean by gossip, bro. Because you said, yeah, oh yeah, he was like, yo, oh man, you talk about bro, guys be in the hood talking to they boys about girls all the time, bro. I'm not talking about that type of gossip, bro. I'm not talking about that type of gossip. You feel what I'm saying? I'm talking about the low vibrational gossip, like you talking down on, say for instance, right? I'm talking about gossip like this. Gossip where say your man's come and chop it up with you about like, yo, you know what I mean, about a situation that you kind of don't know, right? Like say he's talking about a dude or something, right? You don't know the dude he's talking about. You don't know it. You don't know homie, right? So you only going off your boy, what your boy is saying about homie. So yeah, bro, don't fuck with that nigga. That nigga did this, that, the third. Yo, he's, you know, he a lame. He fucked me over, this, that, the third. But in reality, that nigga could be lying. I'm gonna keep it a buck with y'all, chat. Homie could be lying, but you open ears. So now you got an opinion on this other person that you don't know, and you're not sure if it's factual, but you got an opinion on them now. You might not even like that person because your boy, or who, it don't even got to be a boy, just anybody. Anybody come to you and have something said, oh, somebody else said something about you, whatever. That's their side. You get what I'm saying? And now you got an opinion about somebody you don't even know. You might want to hurt that person. You might want to do something to that person because somebody put that poison in your ear about the person. And you don't know the facts. You don't know if it's true. That person could just be manipulating you to not like somebody just because they don't like that person. You get what I'm saying? It happens all the time. Or for instance, like guys deal with this all the time too. They might tell you something about a broad. It might not be true. Y'all heard she do this, that, the third, blah, blah, blah. She outside overly. It might not even be true. Your so-called homie might want the broad over you, but so he's gonna tell you all these lies about it so you can be turned off. Like, all right, I ain't gonna even fuck with her. I ain't gonna even fuck with her because you said that you heard all this, that, the third about her, like she be outside, But your homie might just your so-called homie, because your real homie's not gonna do that. I'm talking about your so-called boy might have just did that just to make you feel a type of way about shorty, so you don't have to get it. So you don't have to be attracted to her like that. You get what I'm saying? That's what gossip be doing. And there's a lot of people that's naive or just like gullible and they believe everything they hear. You get what I'm saying? Instead of taking a neutral stance. You get what I'm saying? Ranch Loco, you said why I don't do interviews? I don't know. I what y'all think I should do, an interview run this year? Y'all think I should do an interview run this year? I feel like I've been doing well without doing them. And if I was to do one, I would do an interview on my own platform. You get what I'm saying? Y'all think I should do interviews or I should be on interviews? Silk, I appreciate you for the $10 super chat on YouTube. Appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the $10 super chat. Do I miss Brazil? Yes, I do. I love Brazil. Brazil is definitely going to be a place I revisit. It was fun. It was a vibe. Everybody was happy. I like that. I like that. Travel every month. That's the goal. That's the goal. Yo, chat. Who y'all got for the national championship game tonight? Miami or Indiana? Who wins? I might have to put some bread on Miami right now. Ranch Loco, no problem, man. That's what I'm here to do. You feel me? I'm here to grow the community, help y'all out as much as I can. You feel me? Y'all said Miami easy. Who's the favorite though, chat? Who the favorite? Who do I have for NBA? I don't even know yet. Let me see. Indiana gonna win. My boy feels like Miami has a possibility to win if they stay close, but if Indiana gets out the gate and blows them out, then there's no coming back. Miami's not a team that could come back from a blowout. So realistically, Miami needs to get the ball first, score. You get what I'm saying, and keep Indiana behind, and then they might have a chance. But my boy was saying that not, if not, Indiana about to blow them out. When am I going to Jamaica? I don't know. That's a good question. That's a great question. I do plan on going to Jamaica, and Jamaica's right here. I don't know. When is Carnival for Jamaica? I might need to hit a Carnival. Let me put this pic here right quick. You said it's an hour? Oh snap! I've been on, bro. I've been on for an hour and 20 minutes. We've been chopping it. Yeah, I'm gonna get off once my cameraman arrives. Chat. Today I have to. Oh snap! Who did that? Sook Noop with the 5 gifted. Sook Noop with the 5 gifted, man. Shout out to Sook Nook, man. Appreciate you, bro. That's love. Did I say it right, bro? Sook Nook. I appreciate you. W's in the chat for Sook, man. With the 5 gifted on Twitch. I appreciate you, brother. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate my community. Um, I want to do some sub goals chat with you guys. I'll let we could agree on it. Um, what like I need y'all advice. What type of milestones should I put up for my Twitch? And for each milestone, I'll do something special for you guys, a special stream for YouTube and for Twitch. So I'll do a 500 sub milestone. Oh, let me see. Yeah, I'll do a 500 sub milestone, 1,000 sub milestone, and a 2,000 sub milestone. And we need to agree on every activity, chat. We'll agree on it, and then I'll put the overlay on my streams. So now, moving forward on Twitch, when we reach the goals, I will be bringing you guys a special stream. That's how we're gonna grow the Twitch platform. Okay. So I need some milestones. You guys need to help me create my milestones. I'm gonna do a 500 sub milestone, 1,000 sub milestone, and a 2,000 sub milestone. All right. So you said you are you gonna be in every live? Because like if I'm gonna mod you, I need you in on every live so we can really build a community. I I would like to stream every day, Chad. To be honest with y'all, and I want to do some streaming collabs. So I need some advice on what streaming collabs we could do. Who would you guys want to see me stream with? That would make sense. Million sub milestone. You know what I mean? It's a marathon, not a sprint. We're gonna hit this 500, this 1,000. We're gonna hit this 2,000. Yo, D, you said you feel complacent. You feel complacent as far as fitness and financially. Why do you feel complacent? You have to ask yourself that first. Why do you feel complacent? What are you doing? What's your routine like to where you feel complacent? Is it your environment? You might need to move. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it's not even you, it's your environment. You're not where you're valued. You like everybody, I advise you guys to always go where you're valued. If you know you're more valued in Arizona, move to fucking Arizona. You know what I'm saying? A big part of the reason why I moved to Miami is because when I was living in Houston, chat, I came down to Miami a few times, and the love that Miami was giving me naturally, at the time I was bubbling up on content, but the city welcomed me, and I didn't feel hate. I felt like they was fucking with me heavy, and I seen the potential in growing out here with content, and that was a big part of the reason why I moved to Miami. If I didn't feel that, chat, I wouldn't have moved to Miami. But I felt like my value was high here, and I felt I was welcome, and that's what made me come to Miami. And come to find out, I followed my intuition, and it came out to be true because 2025 was my one of my biggest growing years as far as social media. Matter of fact, not even one of the biggest. I literally gained like 1.5 million followers on social media. I would say like 1.8 if you talk about all platforms since I moved to Miami. So, and the people I've met down here, like I met some really good friends that are like minded, same vision, same goals. You feel me? Like this city definitely has changed my life in a positive way. So you say you feel lazy, not you not wanting to do nothing. Well, now you got to ask yourself, why do you want to stop being lazy, bro? Because I mean, if you're just comfortable being lazy, right? I just understand this. You have to have a why, because you're gonna like, you could motivate yourself to go to the gym, But that why has to be a why to why you're doing what you're doing, and that's what's gonna keep you driven to continue your journey, bro. But if you're just if you're lazy and you're okay with it, just understand that life is passing you by, bro, and people are passing you by. So just understand that you're gonna get what you put in. And if you're naturally lazy, you're not willing to get up off your ass and get out your comfort zone for at least 21 days so you can build that habit, then you're just gonna let life pass you by, bro. Because if you're a grown ass man and you're lazy, nobody gonna sit there and coach you out of it, bro. You have to, I could preach to you all day, but if you don't want to get up off your ass and take the time to even just get to the gym and, and you scared to get out your comfort zone, you're not a true warrior. Because true warriors, they'll live in their comfort zone if it means evolving to be the best version of themselves. Like I'm the type of person that I'm willing to live in my comfort zone, outside my comfort zone. Like I'm always striving to do something to get out of my comfort zone daily. You get what I'm saying? So that's the key. You said you gotta be a bit controversial, bro. You gonna go crazy. What you mean by that, bro? What you mean by that? Nigga said remind. How do I remind you of Kevin Durant? What the fuck? That's random as hell. You said just start some shit, bro. I'm too nice. Not really. What I need to start shit for? Like that's a good question. KG Twitch. Shout out to KG Twitch with this. You feel like I need to be a bit more controversial. For what? For what? For views? For views? For more money? I should just shake shit up. Like what? Just like I'm just trying to figure out where you're coming from, bro. Like like I hear your comment, but why do I need to be controversial? Should I be on here hating on everybody on Twitch, creating beefs and shit like that to entertain you, to get posted on the shade room? I need to talk my shit. My views will go up, huh? If I was just on this motherfucker hating all day, like yo, fuck everybody. Who wants smoke? Who wants to smoke? Nigga, I'll take all you niggas bitches. If I was coming like that, if I was coming like, nigga, I'll take all y'all niggas bitches. What's up? If I was coming like that, I probably would have more views. Oh, yo. Damn. You want me to start a villain era, huh? You want me to start a villain era so bad. Is that the only way you could really, get traction on stream? Is if you're just controversial and you're just like talking mad shit all day and competing, and is this what this shit has come to? KG Twitch, is this what streaming has come to where now you have to be controversial. You got to talk the most shit and just be hating, and that's the easiest way to be. That's the easiest way to become the most talked about, and that's what it's all about. Do you guys feel like success to be a successful streamer or content creator is all just about being talked about? Is that like success to you guys? Because it's like now you go into like, okay, what are you known for being talked about? Because whatever it is like that's who you are, right? Would y'all say Kai is controversial though, chat? Okay, this is a great topic. I'm so happy that KG Twitch brought that up. All right, so let's talk about controversial creators. Like, all right, so why do y'all feel Kai is controversial? Because somebody said Speed is controversial, and I yeah, Speed is high energy and he is controversial. And Speed, I could understand when y'all mentioned Speed, but would you say Kai is controversial? Okay, but Dunfield, before the drama right now, before all the drama, would you guys say Kai is a controversial streamer as to that being the reason why he is the number one streamer in the space? I'm talking about the come up, chat. I'm not talking about the Kai today. I'm talking about the come up. He was high energy. He had a certain appeal to him. Okay. Who else would you guys consider? Because just like you guys could bring up controversial streamers, right? Who would you say is not controversial? And do you feel like being a controversial creator is necessary to be a successful creator? Exactly, bro. Like 38832 on YouTube said, nah, man, I wouldn't say he was controversial. People just naturally love his energy. I think that's why Casanet is Casanet. I think because personally, this is how I feel about Casanet. I think that Casanet has a charisma and energy to him, and he has a natural likeness to him. Like he's hard to not like. You get what I'm saying? He's funny, charismatic, high energy. Um, and people fuck with him. You know what I mean? Like he could and he has the personality to bridge the gap between all different types of people from all walks of life. He's shown it. You know what I mean? And be able to keep everything tasteful in a way. So I think that's why Castanet is Castanet. I don't think he's a controversial um streamer. I don't think controversy got him to the top. Okay. You guys are mentioning people that you would say that are controversial, but like I said, um, you don't need controversy to have success online. You get what I'm saying? If you want that, yeah, but just understand that if you're the type of guy that just or girl that just wants clout and you don't even care if it's negative or positive, and you just like you understand. Like I look at social media as a way of putting your energy out there, and whatever you put out into the world, you get back. Just understand that, right? So, you know, this is a digital footprint. So what you put out there and what you're remembered for it's gonna come back to you in real life. You know what I'm saying? So when you put out controversy, you're gonna get back controversy. Like you can't just put out controversial content and not get it back. You know? So you just have to naturally be that way. But you could like I get where, for instance, yes, like for entertainment purposes, a little bit of controversy needs to happen because that's what gets you traction and views because people always want to watch drama or whatever, right? But then again, you could be, you could have a platform, which my platform, I could probably use my platform to create uh, a scenario where it just has its own controversy in it, you know? So you don't have to necessarily be the controversial person, but you could put together an environment to where there would be controversy and just stream it and just vlog it, right? You'll get the same entertainment. So KG Twitch, I love the idea because yes, what I personally naturally I'm gonna always be natural online unless somebody's giving me unless somebody that's big enough is giving me the type of energy where I feel like, damn, okay, yes, we could do this, and it's gonna, and it's gonna help, and it's gonna make sense because we're both gonna grow. Uh, I might consider it, but I could create an environment to where I could stream the controversy. You know what I mean? Create the environment where I could stream the controversy. Like the host type shit, yes. Like the host. Like, I was thinking there's this influencer girl. She's a model. She wants me to throw an e-date for her chat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to host a e-date for her for Twitch. I'll put it on YouTube as well. And then through the Discord, I'm gonna have my moderators, have guys come up to eat date her. And that's something I would love to do. Like e-date certain girls, single girls for my male fan base to come come up and riz and talk to. And I feel like that'll be, something good to stream. What you guys think? You feel me? So that's what I'm gonna do this week. I'm trying to schedule the e-date, and I'll have my male base come up and speed date the girl that I bring up. All right. So I'm hosting my first e-date. If it's a success and the clips go up, I'm gonna continue to host them for different models. I'll make it a thing because I have a heavy male base fan base. So I want you guys to start coming up to have conversation with these women and just see what happens. You know what I'm saying? But personally, I feel like I will thrive more being an IRL streamer chat. Like, the when I'm desktoping, I'm just desktoping for you guys on a personable level so I can really lock in with my day ones, like the ones that my real fan base. But I feel like once I get my schedule really rolling where I can stream every day, I'm gonna be more of an IRL streamer, And then if I do desktop streams, I'm probably gonna move my setup to maybe the living room and make it bigger. So when I do have a desktop stream, I have people over, characters over. So when we're streaming, it's entertaining. We're asking questions, we're playing games, we're doing what we need to do on the stream. So that's the environment that I plan on having. This more personable, the more personable streams. Um, it's gonna be rare that I do that, but I'm more focused on the IRLs and maybe if I do like a more like a desktop streamer, I'll have more people over, and I'll do certain desktop events. I'm with the desktop e-date events, just whatever through Discord. I think that'll be fun. So, you know what I mean? You ever thought of getting between famous situationships in the content space and making content out of that? KG Twitch, elaborate on that. Elaborate on that concept. What you mean? Just give me an example. Give me an example. I want an IRL stream today, chat. Should I vlog today or IRL? But I feel like I need something to IRL. I'm probably just vlog today, but this week I want to find some time to stream. I need to stream with somebody. Do something. I've been itching to stream since I came back from Brazil, but I'm just trying to find my spots, chat. I need y'all help. I'm trying to. I want to be a everyday streamer. I feel like that's where I want to be, but it has to make sense. So I'm just trying to find my spots, so I could get my hours in. Like literally, if I could, I would stream 4 hours a day. 4 hours a day, I would stream. You know what I mean? But the only thing is, like, I want to prioritize my YouTube channel. But if I stream at the gym or just anywhere that's outside, it's a lot of music. So I'm trying to avoid copyrights by all means when it comes to streaming. Who's Tiana? Who's Tiana Masara, bro? Who is that? Tell her I said what's good. Who's that? She's a big streamer? I don't know who that. I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know nobody in the streaming space except the big names. I need to. I'm cool with D. Lou. Me and D. Lou supposed to do a stream soon, so I need to call. Matter of fact, let me call D. Lou. Let me call D. Lou and let him know we need to get on that immediately. I gotta hit my boy D. Lou up, man. Yo, Rich, what up? What's good, bro? All right, so yeah, now let's do something. Let's I heard. Okay. Okay. Let, nah, I like the idea. I like that idea. I like that idea. Yes, I like that idea. Yeah, yeah, because it's gonna be hectic today. Yeah, yeah, yeah. What time is the game? Kickoff is 7 o'clock. 7:30. Okay. Okay.
before.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna hit Don Pool now. I'm gonna see if we can get a table or you know what the setup is.
Okay. I'm gonna call Eric too.
Yeah, I think that's gonna. Yeah, I already spoke to Eric a little while. He said he's down for whatever we want to do.
All right, let's do it.
You know what I'm saying? So yeah, and then I don't know if you want to invite anybody or.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to invite some vibes.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Invite some vibes. Let's see what we can do.
All right.
And we got a rooftop thing right above Brooklyn Chop House. They gonna be doing stuff, you know, so we can bounce back and forth.
Okay.
Right, like literally. Have you been to the new Brooklyn Chop House yet?
Nah, I haven't.
Oh, it's fire, bro.
Oh, I can't wait to check it out.
Yeah, it's super fire. So yeah, so let's set it up for that. You know what I'm saying? So I'll probably if you want, I could the shit's in Wynwood. I'll send you all the info.
Okay.
And I'm gonna talk to my man. And I'm gonna see what the situation is, and then what time we meet up over there.
All right, bet. All right.
And then let me know however many people you want to bring. If you want to bring some joints, and then you know what I'm saying, we'll have the section ready.
All right, I'm gonna start texting tonight.
All right, no doubt.
All right.
Bro.
All right. All right, chat. I think I have some motion, but as much as I would stream this motion, chat, you know what I'm saying? As much as I would stream this chat, I'm gonna probably vlog it, so it'll be in my vlog, my next Miami vlog. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm talking about D. Lou, that Beaver Platt. Let me hit up D. Lou. Let me hit up D. Lou right quick, man. Oh yeah, I'm gonna save it for YouTube. It'll be in my next vlog. I need to see what I'm gonna rock tonight, but I'll put that shit on. What's the best advice for somebody that wants to start social media? Just do it, bro. Fuck everything else. Just do it, my nigga. Like, it ain't gonna hurt you to try. I'll say try it. What do you like to do? First thing first, ask yourself, what do you like doing? You know, when I approach social media, I knew that I like dress. I like to dress. I like fitness. You feel me? I like, you know, lifestyle. So I went that route. So find a route that you know, want to take. Look up people that are successful in your route. Look at their content. Take bits and pieces from their content that you feel comfortable with, and throw that shit out there, bro. That's my best advice to you. I'll put my money on the Canes, chat. I'm about to put some bread on the Hurricanes today. I'm gonna put some bread on the Hurricanes, but I might just, let me see. I'm gonna put some bread on the money line, man. I think Miami about to come through with it. So I'm putting some bread on them on the money line. You know what I mean? We money line in Miami today. I'm in Miami. So of course the city wants Miami to win. And then tonight is gonna be a movie in Miami. So why not, chat? Why not? Why not, right? King, you ever feel like you losing time before, bro? I'm not gonna lie to you, Dunfield. You never losing time. No, I don't feel that. I don't like I said, bro. Like, you're never losing time. Like, that shit is cliche. They'll stop listening to the people. You know, it's never too late to be successful, bro. It's never too late to be successful. It's never too late to be wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Like, no, it's not like time. Like, that shit is a myth. That shit is a myth, bro. I know I got a homie that just got his first M at 50. You know, my uncle's friend. He got his first M at 50. He never stopped. And he's still thriving. 50 years old, you wouldn't even think it. 50 years old. You feel me? He's still walking, not out of shape. He's in shape. You feel me? And he's 50. Like, that shit don't mean nothing, bro. Cause y'all don't realize when you're successful, it don't matter. Well, people gonna just know, oh, he's successful. Nobody's gonna be like, yo, bro, how long it take you to get there, or what age? Huh? Nobody's gonna care about that when you're up. Like nobody cares about that. You feel what I'm saying? Because the chances of people becoming that successful is slim to none. You just understand that. I'm letting y'all know that. That look up percentages. A lot of you guys, y'all get lost in social media with the small percentage of people that's having it. And let's be real here. That's a very small percentage. Everybody in this chat is not going to be a millionaire. Let's be realistic, because you know why? You guys don't even have discipline, and y'all don't work hard enough anyway. Like, I'm gonna be real with y'all, chat. Y'all have to be real with y'all. Do you feel like, if you in this chat right now, do you honestly feel like you put in enough time and energy and make enough sacrifices and get out your comfort zone enough to become a multimillionaire? Let's be real here, chat. Do you feel like you're disciplined enough? You know, because it's not easy. And there's going to be times where, you know, you're going to have nothing, because when you're building a business and empire, you're going to have payroll. You're going to have people that you're going to have to pay first, and you're going to be left with nothing at times. So are you willing to go in the red for like 5 to 10 years until you get in the green? Because a lot of you guys don't understand that sometimes shit take 10 plus years. So if you don't have any discipline, drive, and you just think a M gonna just fall out the fucking sky to your bank account and you're just gonna be up, you're fucking hustling backwards, bro. And if you think it's coming fast, and if you try the fast route, just understand what comes with the fast route. The fast route comes with a lot of time in the penitentiary, and it might cost you your life. You get what I'm saying? It might cost you your life, you know? So it's best to take the long route. It's best to take the long route, because the person you become when you take the long route, nobody can take that from you, bro. Once you figure it out the long route way, even if you lost it all, you'll get it back, chat. That's what people don't realize. For all you fast money people that just want to get the quick buck, the people that actually take the long route to wealth, they really learn how to grow wealth. So if they lost everything, they have the same recipe. They have the same systems. They have the same networks. People don't understand. To grow true wealth, it takes a system. And on top of that, it takes the right relationships. And the only way you build the right relationships is time. Time builds. That's why them top billionaires, them people that's worth 100 million plus, it took them time, because not only are you making money, you have to shake the right hands, and you have to, you know, build the right social group. All that shit plays a part. So understand, don't get online and be looking at all these young people with money, because you're looking at the 1%ers, bro. It's like you're looking at a very small percentage. And in reality, if you look at the whole population of the world, you know, it's a very small percentage of people that's gonna ever touch those levels. So, and a lot of times, a lot of you guys aren't crazy enough to even touch those levels. Let's be real. You guys had that nipple in your mouth until you was 12 years old. A lot of you guys are soft. Y'all not willing to lose sleep for 3 days, or willing to sleep in your car, you feel me? And not have a crib for a while to get to where you want to go. A lot of you guys are spoiled and had that nipple in your mouth for too long, and y'all want to be millionaires. You get what I'm saying? You got to be a dog. Like life. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you. Life don't give a fuck about you. Society don't give a fuck about you. You have to be a dog. I hope you know that. As a man, you have to be a dog. You have to be relentless. You got to be a dog, because nobody give a fuck. I promise you. And the older you get, the least they give a fuck. I'm being real, because the world only cares about winners. They don't give a fuck about the losers. The losers never get talked about. World only gives a fuck about the winners. It's either you winning or you losing. Ain't no in betweens. You can't be half winning. You winning or you losing, bro. And if you're a loser, nobody cares about you. I'm being real with you. They only care when you're winning, bro. You'll get all the offers. You'll get all of the back rubs. You'll get everything that you ever wanted when you had nothing when you're winning. And at that point, you're not going to even want it anymore because you're already winning. You get what I'm saying? Right now in my life, I'm getting all of the attention and energy that I needed when I ain't have shit. That's just how this world works. And that's how people work. So just understand that, man. Nobody's gonna feel bad for you except your mom. And your mom just love you to death, so that's why she give a fuck about you. But nobody else gonna give a fuck about you like you give a fuck about you. Your homies don't even give a fuck about you like that, bro. Because as soon as you start being successful and you start winning and you start shining them, that's when the friendship is tested because it's like, damn, you're growing and they're not. So you need to be real with yourself. Yeah, social media just made people's expectations about certain shit unrealistic. You know, women with the type of caliber man that they deserve, guys on what age they need to be worth 50 million. You get what I'm saying? And y'all don't understand the sacrifice, the energy, the attention, the stress, and all the uncomfortability it takes to get to that. And then when you get to the top, the shit ain't over. When you get to where you're going, the shit it gets worse. To be honest with you, because you have more problems now. Because now you're a target. Now you have to move differently now. Because now everybody has an angle with you. They have intentions with you. So when you get there, you have to it's going to even be more stress because now you're a public figure. You're making a lot of money and you're a target. You get what I'm saying? So just understand, man. Shit don't be as cracked up as you think it should be. You know, and this journey is never going to be easy. You know, some people get lucky because some people have a head start. Some people have friends that are already on, so they're able to be put on through from their friend groups. Or some people have parents that already put them on. You know, some people are blessed. Some people got like our trust fund kids where their parents set them up, so all they need to do is execute, or all they need to do is carry on the family legacy. But if you're not that type of person, you're gonna have to out your comfort zone, get out your comfortable environment, and you're gonna have to grind. And this shit is not gonna be easy. I'm letting y'all know that right now. It's not. If you're not a trust fund baby, or if you're not somebody with a friend in your circle that could put you on and give you opportunity, then you're gonna have to create the opportunity. And the journey of creating an opportunity is a lonely, long, hard journey, and everybody's not built for it. Everybody's not, and everybody's not gonna make it. You get what I'm saying? JJ Fullock, all the trust fund kids have to do is stay alive. Exactly. All they need to do is make sure they got their business handled and structured, so when it's time for them to get that big bread, they're set. You get what I'm saying? That's all they have to do is stay alive. That's crazy. Yeah, you're right. That's all they have to do. But at the end of the day, you have to respect their parents. You want to be one of those type of parents, right? You want to bust your ass so you could be that type of parent to where the next generation, your bloodline is set for the next generation, for the next, and they're set for life. They don't have the stresses you had. They just have a legacy to carry on. Damn, I've been on this. It's been damn. It's been 2 hours. Look, chat. I've been chopping it up with y'all for 2 hours. Honestly, I could sit here and kick shit with y'all all day. You feel me? I could sit here and kick shit with y'all all day. I might just get on here and just be chopping it with y'all on my spare time. Do I ever stream games? No, I never have, but I'm open to it. You know what? Game of the Plug hit me up. Anybody know who Game of the Plug is? I might have to hit up Game of the Plug and see if I could get a maxed out player or something or for 2K just to play. Maybe I could stream playing games. Yo, the Sleepy Wealth, I'm not humble. I know who I am. I'm gonna be real with you. I am not humble. You get what I'm saying? I'm just not cocky. I'm far from humble. Like I know my value. I know who I am as a man. I know I'm that nigga. You feel what I'm saying? I know nobody else could tell me I'm not that nigga. Like you feel me? Like you can't tell me differently. But I don't need to yell it out. I don't need to beat my chest about it. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just know that. I'm that nigga. So me knowing that I'm that nigga means that I'm not humble. Like I know when I walk into the spot, I know if she looking, I could get her. You get what I'm saying? That's not humble. Like I know if I wanted to, I could take a nigga bitch. If I wanted to. If I was that type of nigga, I know I could take a nigga bitch. You know what I'm saying? I know other things. You know, there's just a lot of things I know about me, which means that I'm not humble. But I'm respectful. That is a difference. I'm humble. I'm not humble, but I'm respectful. I'll be chilling. But I'm a lion. So a lion can roar too. So as long as nobody bring the lion out of me, I'm chilling. So I'm not humble whatsoever. So don't ever think that. Look up the KG Twitch. Look up the definition of humble. Look up the definition of humble. Humble is basically really like for instance, like if you say my humble servant, it's like you don't know your value. Like humble is like you don't know your value. You get what I'm saying? Like he's humble. He don't know his true value. He don't know who he is. You said if I chose not to, I'm humble to a certain level. But if I chose not to like take somebody's broad, no. No. Then because I didn't choose to do it doesn't make me humble. Like because if that was the case, right? I would be trying to like take it's being respectful. It doesn't make you humble Because that would be like if you're a murderer, you spared somebody's life. That doesn't make that murderer humble. He's still a murderer. Just because he didn't kill that person that day doesn't make him a humble murderer. You get what I'm saying? Exactly. Exactly. Wisdom, facts. Kings being humble is making yourself small or limiting yourself for others to walk all over you. We all are not the same. We all are unique. Exactly. That's the true meaning of humble. I'm never going to let somebody make me feel small or walk all over me. So I'm not humble. You get what I'm saying? Humble is when you don't know your value. You shut up when people tell you to shut up. You let people walk all over you. You don't know your value. I'm not humble. I know my value. I don't let people walk all over me. I don't let people say anything to me. You get what I'm saying? I stand my ground as a man. Jose, that's subjective, bro. Like you feel me? Just because you might not see a certain female as beautiful doesn't mean that there aren't beautiful, bro. Everybody has a type. You get what I'm saying? Like, you know, everybody. So your idea of beauty might not be the next man's idea of beauty. Vice versa. This year I plan on traveling so much, chat. I'm going to Tokyo, Japan this year in the spring. Um, honestly, I'm on the fence about it, but I think I might be going back to Brazil for Carnival in February. I can't promise that, but it's on my mind right now. So I'll probably know within a week if I will be heading back out there because I've never experienced a carnival, and I told myself last year that I'm gonna make it my duty to go experience a carnival one time at least. The carnival starts in Brazil February. They actually celebrate carnival in Brazil the whole month of February. Um, but the real carnival starts February 11th through the 20th, if I'm not mistaken. So it might be a possibility for me, chat. Special K online. What you said? Hold on, let me see what you said, Brody. Talk about manifestation, brother. How did you manifest your current lifestyle when you were in the trenches slash struggling? Um, to be honest with you, brother, I've always been a dreamer. Even when when I was in the projects, growing up. And I'm happy that I grew up in a city like New York City. because New York City exposes you to so much at such a young age, and a lot of the growing pains that I've experienced growing up in New York City really made me the man I am today. So I'd say I was always a dreamer, and growing up, I remember times where, like, like, I'm from the hood, so all we see is like dope boys and niggas that just be on the block. They be wearing the flyest shit, driving the nice cars, your jewelry, whatever. So when you go outside New York City, you see in the fly shit. You see that the girls like them. You see that they get the most attention. And it made me it made me want more out of life, because you get a peep out. You used to always go outside and just see certain people that are just having it, living a certain type of way. But what really did it for me is I remember I was in high school, and I went to this Catholic school for basketball. I had got a scholarship to go there, because I was in public school my first year, and then I went to Catholic school on a scholarship for basketball. And I remember, like, the students there, their parents had money, so you're like rubbing shoulders with kids that are pulling up in certain cars, and just like, their aura was a little bit different, wasn't struggling financially, wore the nicest clothes, and it just made you know, like, yo, this is a possibility if I stay on track. If I stay on track with what I'm doing, this is a possibility. There's a way out. You feel me? So I just feel like, just me being blessed to play basketball, and the basketball taking me places and into rooms where I was exposed to more than what my neighborhood could expose me to, is what triggered the motivation, and it made me inspired to, like, get up out of my circumstances. So that's what I feel like, that's what did it for me. Just being around people that were having more and doing more. Exactly. Exactly. I remember going to Catholic school in Brooklyn, right, chat? And there was kids wearing Prada and Gucci shoes, and I was just like, "What the fuck? Y'all like 15 years old? You wearing Gucci to school? You wearing Prada to school?" Like, I just never understood that. You know what I mean? We had uniform. They would be pulling up in Gators and Prada, Louis Vuitton, Gucci. That's just like some of the like, just everything nice. Kane Machine. Any basketball player that if they ever tell you that the dream wasn't the NBA, they are lying. If you ever played basketball seriously on any level, on a basketball, if you made any basketball team, the goal was always the league. So if anybody that ever played a sport tells you, no, I played basketball because I want to play overseas or just to go to college, I just don't believe them, to be honest with you. Everybody has hoop dreams. You get what I'm saying? Everybody. Yeah, Dunfield. I have a homie too that he played in the NBA for maybe a couple years. All of my homies that I played at WVU that had got an opportunity to hoop at the NBA level. they had short careers. Like one of the players that was on my team, he carried us the whole our whole freshman year when we was number 8 in the country, and he tore his ACL the Final Four game when we played against Duke, and he was projected to be a lottery pick that year, and like literally that injury dropped him to the second round, and that was like the saddest. That was the saddest moment of our college tournament run is when he got injured. You get what I'm saying? My brother Deshaun Butler, he was a legendary at West Virginia University. He was supposed to be a lottery pick, and he literally blew his knee the Final Four game, and that dropped him to the second round. But he was fucking cold. I'm talking about like he did it all. You feel me? 6'7", handle, jump shot, just a straight killer on the court. And he was supposed to be lottery. You feel what I'm saying? But yeah, like people don't understand that. Like I tell people all the time, like yo, like you gotta tilt your hat to athletes because especially when you playing at the top level and you're staying at the top level, especially the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like especially now, I feel like I respect it even more now because I feel like the NBA is way more skilled now. You know, might not be as tough as the 90s and early 2000s, but I would say the NBA is if you're talking about talent, like you have to be super exceptional. There's no room for error. I hope y'all know that. Like NBA players, there's no room for error. You know what I mean? And understand that 95% of the NBA are role players. You feel me? You're talking about everybody's in the league that's in the league right now, whether they on the bench or if they're playing, were the superstars of every other team they played on. Whether it was college, high school, they were the superstar. So when you go to the NBA, 95% of these players are turning into role players. And there's very few superstars in the league. The bag is much deeper now. Like you talking about like think about it. I feel like back in the 90s, early 2000s, if you were 6'8", you could get away with playing the 4. You could get away with playing the 4 if you had a little bit of hops and you had some weight on you. You could probably play the 4, you know what I mean, and get away with it. Not in this NBA today. If you 6'8", you have to play some of the 3, or you got to be a stretch 4. Like it's so basically, you everybody has to know how to shoot, unless you're like a 7'3" center. You feel what I'm saying? But in today's NBA, if you're 6'8" plus, you need to be you need to be like PG. You need to be a 3. If you're 6'7", 6'8" in the league, you got to be a 3. A 3 or a stretch 4 that can hit the tray ball. And today's NBA, they don't take small guards no more. So if you think about it, the small guard is not a thing no more. Kemba Walker, like for all my people that know basketball, that know the NBA like the back of their hand, think about it. When the last time the league had a small guard? Like, they don't draft small guards no more. That's like 5'10" to 6 feet. That's not even a thing like that no more. You have to be 6'4" and up. There used to be, yeah, exactly. Like, exactly, bro. There used to be players that didn't play no offense back in the days. And they're not having that now. You have to know how to shoot. You have to be able to put the ball in the hole. You said Trae Young? Okay. Who else? All right, name 6 short. I'm talking about guards that are 5'10", no more than 6 feet. Chat. How many guards in the league that's playing right now that is no more than 6 feet? Kemba Walker was a 5'11", chat. They put him at 6 feet, but Kemba Walker's 5'11". Brandon was 6'2", chat. 6'2", 6'3". Okay, Chris Paul's an OG guard. I'm talking about this generation, chat. I'm talking about new players. What players that got drafted in the last 7 years were small guards? Give me some small guards that gotten drafted and that is playing right now that like the last 7 years. Bronny is not 6 feet, chat. Bronny, what? Okay, bro. Okay, you said you think Bronny's 6 feet? I think Bronny's probably 6'2". Fred Van Fleet. Okay, that's one person. Rob Dinningham is 6'3", chat. But yeah, chat. I'm about to get up out of here though. It was good chopping it with y'all. I have business to handle. I'm about to get up out of here, man. I might be on stream later today if it makes sense. But if not, I'll be vlogging, and then tomorrow I'll get back on stream. So it was good chopping it with y'all, though, man. Have a safe day. Watch the national championship, man. I'll be back. I'm out.